Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, product views, and answers that you can use, like an answer to the question, Hun, why'd you walk out? Okay, well, the first bit of news I was going to read was specifically for you. Yeah, there's some geek news that I think you're going to flip out about. Because it's something that would be fascinating to you and others. Okay, fine, I'll yell it. Oh, you're coming back in. Okay. Oh, you're wearing a Mexico shirt. Does this have anything to do with the 2 girls, 1 cup? What? Oh, World Cup. Your 1 girl World Cup. Yeah.
Let me show it.
You can if you want. Show your pride.
There's a
basketball. I was going to say it's the soccer ball, the football down here, with Mexico up here. Mexico ball. I don't know.
A double ball.
We're going for every team. I don't know why. Why'd you choose to wear that today?
Well, my brother got it for me, and they were playing today, so I decided it
fair enough. Thank you for
appropriate.
Keeping us relevant. So, that was not a product view, by the way, just my wife's pregnant belly. However, what is a bit of news, Kim Kardashian, and you guys are thinking, why is this geek news? How is this anywhere near geek news? Kim Kardashian is getting her own video game.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian's getting her own. She's been cartoonified. She's getting her own game.
What is she gonna be doing?
Probably annoying people in video game form.
Are you gonna buy it?
No.
Oh.
Why would I do that?
Is she gonna go shopping? And
I don't have any details other than she was recording a voiceover for this video game. Kim Kardashian is getting a video game. I ask you, where else in the YouTube universe or news feeds that you guys subscribe to would you ever get a shot of my wife's pregnant belly in Kim Kardashian news? I don't know how. I was trying to make the leap for the belly and geek stuff, but it didn't work. 863 patrons today. Thank you so much for the support there. And if I come across as frustrated today at all, it's because I am slightly, not for anything that you've done specifically. Patreon, that runs the patron campaign currently, they don't give me any information as to why patrons drop out. So I don't know why, and I'm not given any intelligence. So if you decide to no longer be a patron, if you are a patron, just let me know why, so that I can adjust to be a better me for you and everybody else. You know, it's probably because I'm throwing too many bonuses out there. Maybe I need to back off. No, I'm not going to back off the bonuses. I believe in value. It's what I do. Apple has seeded iOS 8 Beta 2 and the Apple TV OS Beta, as well as the Yosemite Beta update that has been pushed out for developers to get. Some changes, of course, coming down the pike. Minor differences between the first beta and the second beta. Some people are pretty perceptive and have recognized what's changed right away. Do I recommend downloading the betas? Yes, if you're developing software. No, I wouldn't recommend putting them on a production machine. And do not complain to me about beta software. Dude, you're taking everything into your own hands. You can't complain about software that's legitimately not fully baked. Like the beta, it means something. It means it's not finished. Now, when it's finished, then I think you have every right to complain, right? But until then, kind of back off, or at least funnel the feedback to the appropriate channels. There's a bug reporter, at least in iOS 8. The beta's right now, so you can send feedback through that mechanism. I've also just recorded something that I don't want to do. I don't want to upload it, and I think this is a really bad time for me to be streaming live video because I still have all these frustrations inside. Every day, someone asks why I'm not streaming geeky content anymore, and I'm like, I am. Like, why don't you do tech? I'm like, I do. Here in this channel. But some people are not aware that I'm doing stuff in this channel, despite the fact that we've been doing it for months. Can't shut up about it. I can't, at least. I can't shut up. I wish more people would talk more about it, but that's okay. I can't hold you to that. So I'm going to be putting this video into the classic YouTube channel, which is now just Pirillo Vlogs, and it's titled in all caps, "Why are you no longer doing tech videos?" I don't think anybody's going to see it necessarily, and tomorrow someone inevitably will ask, why aren't you doing any more tech videos? And I am! Come on, man. You want tech? Fine. Here's a bit of gadget news for you. I bought this. This is a gadget. It's electronic. You put the soap into this little place here, and then you could put a sponge over here, and then the motion senses, and it puts the soap on the sponge. Kind of like it puts the lotion on your skin, else you get the hose again. So anyway, this is the gadget that I'm using today. Am I going to review it? No. But this is tech. No-touch kitchen system. This is tech that changes lives. Because, you know, usually you have to touch the pump. Who wants to do that? Got it for free, by the way. Used a free Amazon gift card that I earned by way of go.tagjag.com/free apps. I also use go.tagjag.com/free points. I also picked up this, another little product view, Bosk. Like a Bosk! Huh? This figure sells for about 44 bucks. I earned it for free through Amazon gift cards using the links that I put for you in the video description. I did my research, and apparently this is the baddest-assed Bosk action figure they ever created. I looked at all the reviews. I was looking for a good one. Several points of articulation. Mucho detail. There, I try to work in some Spanish language there for those of you who speak Spanish. Internet Explorer is getting a dev channel. This is big news if you like living on the cutting edge, like with iOS betas and Yosemite betas. If you want to play with a dev version of Internet Explorer, you can, or you will be able to soon. Would I recommend that for people? No, not necessarily. I say stick to Final if you can. I live on the edge by using Google Chrome beta channel. I don't mind doing that because I know that, you know, I will eventually or inevitably see bugs. But sometimes I like, you know, seeing features as they're kind of being baked, if only to see what's coming down the pike. I have considered, you know, switching back to the stable channel for Google Chrome. That is my desktop web browser of choice at this point in time. So now, let's see here. WebKit pretty much has nightly builds, and WebKit is what Safari is based on. Firefox has got dev builds. Chrome, of course, has dev builds, and now Internet Explorer as well. So some pretty fantastic news if you always wanted an IE dev software, dev browser, I almost want to say dev kit, but it's not a dev kit. It's the browser. If you're a developer. If not, don't touch it. Unless you want to learn to be a developer. It's a great chance to play with it. A 3D printer is headed to the space station. Fantastic news. I didn't even realize you could even 3D print in zero gravity. But imagine this. They're up in the space station, ding, 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 you know, tinkering around, going ding, 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 and whatever you do on the space station. And suddenly something goes, and then it's floating around like this. And the widget breaks, it shatters. Oh no! We need to build a new widget. How are we going to get it up here? And the space people go, well, we're going to set up one of those things, and then you get the part. It's like, are you crazy? It's like I can get this at Walmart for $2. How this is crazy, and you're gonna spend millions of dollars to send this up here? I'm making up the dialogue, obviously, and just being a little facetious there. So a 3D printer in space, they can print a new part. I know, 3D printers suddenly sound like dot matrix. In my universe, they do. Pretty fantastic news, I'd say. Could end up saving everybody a hell of a lot of money in the process. A 3D printer is headed to the space station. NASA uploaded a YouTube video that is linked for you in the video description, as well as a link for information on the Kim Kardashian video game. Fruit Ninja is free, at least on iOS today. Fruit Ninja. Are you guys Fruit Ninja fans? They've got 4 apps, one for smaller screens, one for, well, hang on. 2 for smaller screens. They've got the Puss in Boots Special Edition Fruit Ninja and the regular one, and then the one for iPad screens. Or the equivalents for iPad screens. Either way, all the Fruit Ninja apps are currently free in iOS, if you didn't already buy it. If you didn't already buy it, I just saved you some money. Yeah, don't ever say that I never gave you anything. Apart from a rash. You shouldn't sit so close to the camera. Or I shouldn't sit so close to the camera. You don't have a camera pointed at you right now. Oh, what it would be like to To live your life for a day. Ghostbusters Paranormal Blast is also free today if you love Ghostbusters. They're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the first movie, Ghostbusters, not to be confused with Ghostbusters 2. I uploaded my video review of the Ghostbusters Lego set to this channel the other day. I had a lot of fun building it. I didn't bring the prop up here right now. Ghostbusters wants to send me push notifications. Why? I hate when apps ask me to do this. For best experience, don't block. Oh, dude! This is awesome! So, wait, what do I do? How do I pan camera up? Wait, oh, it's Slimer! Slimer's flying around, and you gotta keep Slimer in view. Oh, dude, you guys gotta grab this. I can't keep still because I'm trying to trap Slimer. Hang on, I almost got him. I got him. Gotta go up. He's flying up. You guys, you have to download the app. You have to get it. Why is this? It's horrible. It's now 360. Where's it gone? I've lost him. No, seriously, Slimer's in the app. And it's currently free. At least on iOS. Facebook, for those of you who just can't get enough of Facebook, has just launched a way for you to actually see things that I post. No, just kidding. You're never going to see anything that I post to Facebook. So funny. We follow everything on social media because we want to see the things that people create and share, and inevitably, all these platforms don't show us, or we get so tied up with every other thing that we don't see the things that are most important to us. I think that's a big disconnect with social media. I plan on writing about that at some point in the near future for patrons to kind of give my breakdown of why I think social media is broken. That'll be controversial somewhat. And considering I'm not really going to make the information public, it's insight, man. Facebook, getting back to what I was going to talk about, they've launched Slingshot for iOS. Slingshot is, think of a Slingshot like Facebook, Snapchat, Vine. Only the way that Slingshot works is, let's say I slingshot something, I record a little video, send it off to a friend. That friend can't see the content that I've created until they create something for me in return. So that's pretty smart. I guess they're trying to increase the virality of it. Do I plan on being on Slingshot? No, probably not. I tried the Snapchat thing, and inevitably all I got was junk. I get pictures of boys going friend me, and I'm like, okay, this is a little weird. I'm 40 years old. I don't want the NSA to look at my phone and go, "Ooh, who are you Snapchatting?" I'm like, well, I didn't ask for this stuff. But I'm well past the demographic. Apparently, this is a big deal for teenagers. I am not a teenager. So, now speaking of being a curmudgeon, which apparently this is what I'm going to be today, and if you don't know what that word is, Bing it. Do not Google it. Do not Google the word curmudgeon. Bing it. Or DuckDuckGo it. Okay, you can Google it if you want. If I ran iTunes, what would I do? I've got some pretty strong opinions about iTunes, and I think it's a mess. iTunes is, I think it's past its prime. I explained why in a blog post linked in this video's description. Never been a fan of iTunes at all. And I have some ideas of what Apple can do to correct the situation, but everywhere I turn, as much as I see Apple trying to make things more coherent and cohesive, like with continuity, they're still missing the ball in several respects. So many things just seem to be sticking out like a sore thumb to me, and I don't know if they're ever going to kill iTunes, but I think it's time for iTunes to die. Not the idea, not the service, but the actual software, iTunes, I think is past its prime. Explain why in writing, so I don't want to dive too deep in this now. I've also just posted my... Sorry, I got to push a notification from a friend there. Not a Snapchat. This was a text message. Classic text. Some people still text. I know. Crazy. Just posted, as I was trying to say before I rudely interrupted myself, my HTC One M8 review. If you want to know what I think about the HTC One M8, you can go to the link in the video description. I explained it all in that little review. The good, the bad, the ugly, the great, the not so great, all combined into a very easy to read review. I don't plan on doing a video on it anytime soon, if only because the unit that I was using for review has to be sent back. I didn't get to hold on to it for very long. And, you know, I like doing reviews specifically in this particular format, and I like it in the controlled environment of, say, this particular blog post, because I don't get trolled as hard for my opinions. So it's a win-win. You want my opinion? You can read it. So it's out. And I know inevitably a month from now, someone's like, where's your HTC One M8 review? I'm like, I talked about it in TLDR. Well, I don't pay attention to the videos you do. Well, then I'm making fun of you and you have no idea I'm making fun of you. Okay, again, I knew this was a bad time for me to be doing a video. I'm just full of frustration today. I don't know why. It's the middle of the week. I've been having a good day. I mean, for the most part, you know, I have no issues with what's going on today. Now that we're about at the halfway point, let me see if I can find my mouse cursor, if I don't curse at it, to flip through the list of patrons here to give them credit. By the way, patrons who have the bonus as a part of their monthly pledge, we're doing the patron hangout this weekend, this Saturday. You should have received the post through Patreon. Unfortunately, there's no easier way of getting the information to you and from you in relation to that. So yes, the next patron hangout will happen this weekend. I don't know if it's going to be a broadcast like the last one. We will see. TGIF this week is going to be how to cosplay. That video has now been edited by John Prosser, and we've got some bloopers. You get a sneak preview if you want, or if you want to wait till Friday for it to be published, great. If not, you can watch it right now. Link in the video description if you are interested. It's when I was painted up like Darth Maul, I decided to do a how to cosplay video. Yesterday I recorded a how to get started on YouTube video, a very brief one, and I'm doing that because, or I did that, I guess, if only because I may be doing a webinar for people to ask me questions related to video stuffs, and that will be happening next week as well. Harvard scientists have sent the first transatlantic smell by way of an iPhone. There was a product years ago that would create scents. You know, smell, scents, scent, it's a scent, scent. There's a device that I guess is now, it's on Indiegogo, that you could back at least at one point, that will create scents. And you can use an app to send scents to somebody else. And you can make a combination of different things and it would smell differently. Now, of course, you have to have the device to emit the scents, but you don't have to have the device to send a scent to somebody who has the scenty device. So we've had our first transatlantic digital smell transference happen. Congratulations, Harvard. Congratulations, even. For doing this. This is, to boldly go where no nose has gone before. This is something I'd probably want. I think it'd be kind of fun. But you know my opinion about backing technology, Kickstarter, crowdfunding campaign things. I'm not a fan. Even if they're my friends, I'm like, yeah, I'll wait until it ships. The worst thing, by the way, I should do a top 10 list. The top 10 worst things you could possibly crowdfund. Number 1, an iPhone case is the worst thing that you could crowdfund. Why? Because by the time they ship it, there's probably going to be a new iPhone released. So then you'll have a case that no longer works with the phone that you now have. That's all about the top 10. That's number 1 through 5, I think. Lesson learned. How much money have I wasted on great idea iPhone cases that either never shipped, even though they've got my money, never shipped, or shipped and were in a horrible state, or I got another push notification. You guys stop. Okay, you're not. I know the people pushing right now. They're pushing. Don't make me push back. Don't you know what it's like when people with short attention spans get their attention distracted? It's crazy. Cable. Oh no, this is interesting news. Okay, your name could be there, Chris Pirillo patron. We actually got potentially a really good top patron today, but of course the pledge won't go through until the end of the month or beginning of next. This bit of news caused me to unplug a couple of things in the house. Cable TV boxes have become the second biggest energy users in many homes. I mean, they're basically computers, right? And they're running 24/7, and they're constantly recording and working and doing and energy. Like 500 watts of power, potentially. This is apparently they can take as much energy as basically a washing machine. Insane. Your DVR. This could be the thing that's causing your energy bill to be so high. Whoa! We need this meme. Your energy bill is too damn high. So yeah, cable TV boxes. You got a DVR that you don't necessarily use all the time. You might consider unplugging it. Now, granted, the shortcoming is that you won't be able to get to it, and it won't record anything, and then of course the lengthy boot up process. But this is to me that's a game changer. I was like, whoa, really? I had no idea. That's nuts. Can you believe that? It could be taking a lot of energy. And think about it, you rent that DVR, that cable box, and it's costing you even more just to maintain it. Just be sure you're using the things that you plug into the wall, man. Even when it's off, it could be siphoning phantom power. I think that's what they call it, phantom. I'm not an electrician. I plug stuff into walls. That's the beginning and the end of my fascination with electricity. Oh, it worked. The prongs go into the holes. You mean the holes? Remember George Costanza, the Frogger machine? The holes. Okay, maybe you don't. iOS 8. Can I try it again, only not make it sound so awkward? iOS 8 is going to support recognition of objects of various sizes. So, basically, the iPad you got here, suddenly now, if you have a stylus, and you use it in a different way, like let's say the pressure point here, that's the point, and then you like lean it to the side, it's a bigger thumb or bigger fingerprint. It recognizes different surface areas, from something small to something wide. So effectively, even without pressure sensitivity on an iOS 8 device, it's now able to recognize various sizes. So not pressure, but sizes. And this effectively is good news for a lot of people who use the iPad for creating digital art. And this is basically, it's going to be a free upgrade. If your device runs iOS 8, it will support this feature. Not a lot of the Apple fan sites or fans are even talking about it altogether. But yeah, that was kind of neat. It supports recognition of objects of various sizes. Free upgrade. Yay. I don't know if I'll ever take advantage of it, but still, that's pretty cool. The People vs. George Lucas, Episode 2, is set to be released. Now, I'm holding up this particular Darth Vader bobblehead because I received it as a gift from Veronica Cruz, also known as Raven Ryu, or on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed to her, if you haven't watched her activity in our community. She sent this to me, and I didn't have it before, so I really, really appreciate it. I thought it'd be kind of neat to talk about in relation to The People versus George Lucas, Episode 2. It is set to draw the curtain on the examination of the most complex relationship between the creator and his fans in the world of popular culture, asking the question, what does the future of Star Wars look like without George Lucas? I think the future is bright. I'm much happier with Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise in Disney's hands than I was with George Lucas, specifically after the prequels. And you guys watched the video I did last week about how to start with Star Wars, so you already know what I think. Although I probably need to do a whole write-up on what I think about the prequels and what frustrates me about them. This is great. I did not have this bobblehead, a Darth Vader hologram bobblehead. See, the great thing about, having your workshop right next to your laundry room is that when the washer goes off or the dryer goes off, it's like... By the way, a little bit of trivia. If you guys didn't catch this news when I first shared it, because I know it's just administrivia, Wicket and Pixie were in The People versus George Lucas, the first one. Did you know that? They were in it. I think towards the beginning. You can see them. Kind of neat. We made it in at the last second. They asked, hey, can we put it in there? I'm like, yeah, the Star Wars dogs. Go for it. So I'm in a Star Wars movie. Kind of. Not really. Speaking of things that I love, Weird Al Yankovic has tweeted his next album release July 15th, something called Mandatory Fun. And Weird Al also appeared in epic rap battles. Yesterday it was released. He plays Sir Isaac Newton, and he's battling Bill Nye the Science Guy. And I think, even I like Weird Al, but like the positioning of the two characters, I think Al totally, Sir Isaac Newton totally won that rap battle. I got to give it to Sir Isaac Newton for that. If you were wondering what I thought, you should watch the video. It's pretty good. Of course, Al was in top form naturally. I would expect no less. So okay, I'm gonna stop playing with Darth Vader for right now, as I hold up the Minecraft Lego set that I have not yet put together. I also received this. This one is from Kurt Kellner. It is a Darth Vader lightsaber light. So now I can build my sets in the dark, illuminated by Darth Vader. I love this stuff. Ah. Okay, so, thank you, Kurt, by the way. Oyster is something that I may not be interested in, but you might be interested in if you are a book reader. Now, Oyster is basically like a Netflix for ebooks, and for like $10 a month or so, you can get unlimited ebooks, like top leading titles from top leading authors, and unlimited, as much as you can read for $10. Fantastic idea. 100,000 titles? I mean, most of them you probably wouldn't want to read, but if you read, and you love reading, and you're looking for a Netflix for ebooks, Oyster's about it. The only problem with Oyster is up until pretty much today, it wasn't available on the Kindle, the Nook, or Android, but today it is. So, become an Oyster subscriber if you want. I won't. I don't do a lot of book reading. I like comic book reading, you know, because they're pictures. And pretty soon I'll be into kids' books, because, you know, Kid is coming. That's not the kid's name, by the way. We're not going to announce the kid's name. We will announce the sex to the patrons if we reach 1,000 before birth time, which is early September. That's what it's likely to be. But I should remind everybody, since I'm talking about ebooks and whatnot, Audible still has that free audiobook download. Use our link, audible.com/LockerGnome. Really easy to do, and you might as well, because it's basically here. Have a free audiobook, whichever one you want from Audible's library. That's a bonus. That's worth a lot. It's worth more than, you know, a few hours worth of something. Nike. This is a day for Android. Banner day for Android. Nike finally has introduced a Fuel Band app, an official Fuel Band app for Android. So if you're someone who wears the Fuel Band on either wrist or neck or whatever however you wear it, I don't. I'm not a big. I haven't found a wearable that I want to wear. That's really what it boils down to. I don't want to track how lazy I am. Why would I want to do that? That's what it, you know. Honestly, that's probably what it would take for me to start getting active is having an activity tracker, just to know. Maybe the iWatch will do it for me. I don't know. Just you know me. I'm not even wearing my wedding band. You know I'm married, hon. You know we're married, right? Okay, just making sure. eBay has launched eBay Valet, an iPhone app that does the selling for you. Hun, this is another thing you got to pay attention to, because all that clothes shopping and shoe shopping and everything that you do, the eBay Valet app makes it easier for you to sell things on eBay. Super, super easy. So you can actually make money on eBay and not really have to stress out about it. It's a free app. Gotta love it. I haven't tried it. They say that for eBay to, you know, you sell good stuff on eBay, you can make a lot of money. The electronics, collectibles, clothing, especially vintage stuff. So I could turn around and probably sell this Bosk action figure for, well, I don't know if I can necessarily make a profit from it, and I'm not going to make a profit from it because I'm going to be unboxing it and putting it. This one will be going on the Jabba shelf. Bosk was in Return of the Jedi. I don't know if you knew that. Bosk and Dengar were both in Return of the Jedi. Qplay for iPad has been released, and this is the last bit of news. By the way, the links for all these things that I'm talking about are in this video description. Qplay, think of this like Flipboard that's just about video. It's really what it is. You can sign up. It'll scan your social feeds, look for things that were shared, and just allow you to stumble through different videos, you know, as created through your social profile. Now, I do believe that the people who were responsible for driving TiVo have created this app, and they did it specifically in relation to a piece of hardware. But today, Qplay is available for free on iOS, or specifically the iPad, I should say. I don't think there's an iPhone equivalent. So you can get it right now for free. You can sign up. Just download it. I did it. It's still loading. I don't know why. Maybe I have too many social feeds, too many interesting things, and I can stumble through the video that it thinks it finds interesting, that is popular, and that you, if I'm following you in social, you know, might share. That's why it's important to share videos you like. Please do that. If you haven't already, please do. It's really, really helpful for people who do the videos. So Qplay also has Chromecast support. So if you have a Chromecast, you can now effectively, you know, take your Qplay experience from your iPad and beam it over to the Chromecast, just like you could through the YouTube app. But like I said, it's more like a Flipboard specifically for video. They released it for free today, and unfortunately, it's not going to load for me, so I guess that's as exciting as it gets. Today, after I'm done with this video, and this is the last bit I'm going to talk about, really, I'm going to be recording a special patron exclusive, as I do 4 times a week, 4 new exclusive videos every single week. What would you do to make a dream come true? and this is the question I'm going to be addressing. I've done a lot to make my dreams come true, and hopefully, you know, I don't know if I've ever helped you, you know, help your dreams come true, but I would like to be able to do that. I really would. I really would. Ah, God, okay, I don't want to waste my mojo. I want to put that in a separate video. Thank you for being with me this afternoon. Thank you for liking, if you did, for sharing, subscribing, watching even more videos right now. After you become a patron, you're like, I got that in there. And of course, I just appreciate you in being who you are. And I hope you're happy in who you are and yourself. So if you're not happy with yourself, get happy. Be positive. It's not just a blood type. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. We'll you later.